Hey everyone, welcome back to The Explainer. I am absolutely thrilled to have you here today because we are looking at a total masterclass in field combat. If you're into breaking down high-stakes battles, analyzing squad formations, and seeing raw environmental science applied to defeat an immortal enemy, you are definitely in the right place. Today we're executing a complete tactical breakdown of San and his team's epic clash against the lightning basilisk Tyrannes right in the heart of the Hall of Storms. We're going to look at the whole shebang, from their genetic pregame setup all the way to the final brilliant elemental strike.
Okay, let's dive right into this. We're going to break this down into 4 key phases. First up, the family roster synergy. Then, controlling the combat zones. Third, Earth against the storm. And finally, the traffic light tactic.
So starting with Section 1, the family roster synergy, we're building the pre-game defense.
Before the battle even starts, Fenrir drops this incredibly complex family roster on us. We find out Arlene's lineage stretches back to the Dream Knight houses of the Wolf and Atlas. And this fundamentally connects San, Concordia, and Mitsuki. Actually, through San's Aunt A, who is his mom's twin sister, Mitsuki and Concordia are distant cousins to San. Now, this isn't just fun trivia. This bloodline synergy literally dictates their combat roles on the field.
Here's why that matters. The House of the Hound and the House of the Wolf share a highly specific historical lineage. Their primary purpose is to act as and guard the senses of the other Dream Knight houses. This naturally positions Concordia from the House of the Hound and Mitsuki from the House of the Wolf as the absolute ultimate sensory vanguard. They aren't just powerful fighters. Their very lineage is specifically designed to perceive threats and protect the main tactical playmaker, San.
Moving on to Section 2. Controlling the combat zones, the risk of the foul.
And this brilliantly illustrates the tactical nightmare they walked into. The battlefield is literally cut in half by a massive surge of lightning. On one side, you have Dad's Zone. It's a calm atmosphere with vegetation, rivers, totally safe. But just across that divide is the Weaver of Calamity Zone, which is filled with raging storms and surging lightning. It's max danger. Entering that storm requires heavy elemental insulation, which forces a really tough strategic choice.
San frames this choice with a perfect sports analogy. He says, a goal scored from outside the throw zone doesn't count. We need at the very least 1 foot inside the playfield. See, San realizes that if the entire team crosses over into the storm at once, they risk getting fouled. The Weaver of Calamity could easily capitalize on their vulnerability or use any animosity in their battle style against them. To prevent this, they absolutely have to split the party.
Now, splitting the party relies on some pretty meticulous logic. High-stakes combat often means you have to limit your active roster. Anyone without strong Earth-type affinities would be instantly fried by that surging lightning. So uninsulated members like Ariel, Saito, and Ciela, they're ordered to stay put in the safe zone. They act as that 1 foot inside the playfield, providing crucial long-range support, like Saito's energy-boosting flame and Ariel's curse-nullifying blaze, all while keeping the enemy from gaining a systemic advantage.
Which brings us to Section 3, Earth against the storm, holding the defensive line.
The literal second they cross that barrier, we get a masterclass in rapid elemental defense. Step 1. Concordia instantly throws up Kraken Andromeda shelter mode, fusing arrows to create a heavy earthen roof. Step 2. San has to unlock his Cape of Seals into its fiery and watery form just to safely squeeze past the wall of lightning. And the moment they make it through, the basilisk transforms into pure energy and attacks. Step 3. Concordia seamlessly transitions to a grounded Pegasus mode, acting as an earthen tank to just eat the basilisk's devastating physical ramming attack. Her reaction time here is absolutely flawless.
But survival isn't just about throwing up shields. It's about tactical restraint. Right away, Mitsuki wants to use her torrential gravitational push to immobilize the flying serpent, but San stops her. Why? Well, her gravitational abilities are field spells. The basilisk is highly mobile and flying directly over their heads. If Mitsuki activates a massive gravity well while the enemy's position overlaps with theirs, she risks crushing her own team. Raw power is completely useless, even dangerous, if it causes friendly fire.
So to buy them time, San flies out, deliberately taunting the basilisk to lure it away. While he's doing that, he triggers his Libra and Leo extra sensors to gather mid-combat data. Looking at the stats, it's rough. The enemy is immortal, its attacks cause instant stuns, and it has a potentially lethal aerial shockwave. But here's the golden ticket. Its critical weaknesses are Earth, which, sure, makes sense against lightning, and, bizarrely enough, frost.
Now for the game-winning play. Section 4. The traffic light tactic, breaking the conductive pathway.
So, San is initially pretty confused about how frost hurts a creature of pure electricity, but he gets a crucial telepathic assist from Kyrian, who reminds him lightning typically takes the path of greatest conductivity. It's merely utilizing pathways of great conductivity. Kyrian basically helps San realize that the basilisk's seemingly chaotic aerial shockwaves aren't random at all. They strictly follow the predictable rules of physics.
And this is exactly where San's genius traffic light analogy comes into play. San uses his cape of seals in aerial mode to infuse the air with moisture and frigid wind. This actually lets him see the atmospheric currents. He notices the basilisk always moves through hot air. Heat agitates atoms, causing rapid electron exchange and extreme ionization. That's the path of least resistance. For the basilisk, hot air is a green light, or in San's analogy, a red light, meaning go. But if you introduce cold air, you slow the atoms way down, diminish the agitation, and block that ionization process. Cold air is the blue light. Blue means stop.
With the physics totally decoded, the team executes a perfectly sequenced 5-step offensive transition. Step 1. San discharges a massive amount of freezing wind. Step 2. Concordia, utilizing her aerial extrasensory techniques, catches on instantly and diffuses even more cold air. Step 3. The atmosphere literally cools down, halting the basilisk's ionization path right in midair. It's completely stalled. Step 4. San capitalizes on the frozen enemy with a brutal, augmented earth dropkick straight to the head. And finally, Step 5. With the basilisk grounded and safely away from the team, Mitsuki gets the clear to activate her torrential push black hole variation, crushing the enemy into the earth. It's just a flawless integration of their individual abilities.
So, the crucial point here culminates in San's iconic final line right before he delivers that dropkick. He yells, "For this particular basilisk, red means go and blue means stop. Blue means stop." It's so satisfying. By simply understanding and manipulating the environmental conductivity of the battlefield, they turned an immortal, overpowering force of nature into a predictable, manageable target. They didn't just overpower the basilisk, they outsmarted it, using the very air around them.
And that brings us to the end of today's tactical breakdown. I want to leave you with this. If you are facing an overpowering force, how could you manipulate the invisible zones of your environment to turn their greatest strength into a predictable weakness? San and his team proved that with the right synergy, serious situational awareness, and maybe a little bit of atmospheric physics, you can stop literally any storm in its tracks. Think about how you can apply that kind of environmental control to the obstacles in your own way. Thanks so much for joining me on The Explainer today, and I'll catch you next time.